Good morning, beautiful people. It's your boy, Yavo, Django 3000 with them Crappie Fishing boys out of Macon, Georgia. That's right, DB, Crappie Fishing and Outdoors. Hey, first off, man, let me apologize, man. I'm having issues with my sinus, man. I'm all nasally and congested and stuff, man. You see me rub my nose, man. Hey, man, I've been suffering ever since I came back from California. So I hope you guys sticking out with me, man, through my calamity. But I came here today to discuss part one in a series of uploads I plan on doing. How-tos, how to be a better crappie fisherman, them boys style. Well, with that being said, I think the first point I'm gonna get to is what's the best equipment to have as a crappie fisherman. With that being said, I think we should tackle rods, you know what I mean? And in particular, the rod that I actually use every time I fish, you know what I'm saying? If you guys sticking out with me, I'm gonna explore the whole venue, where to go get them, why I chose them and everything, So with that being said, let's start off. What rod do I particularly use when I go fishing? In a nutshell, I use what they call a whooping stick. A lot of you guys don't even know what that is, but it's actually it's a name brand of a rod that I chose to use, and I've become pretty fond of them, man. I gotta say it, man. I don't say that much, but yeah, I'm fond of it. I love the rod, man. Just put it like that. And hey, granted, I know that's not a sponsor of mine, anything like that. It's just I try the product and I'm impressed with it. Everybody else on the crew, I don't think anybody else on the crew even use those type rods, but I particularly like the rod because the way it performs, man. We go at panfish and smaller fish, of that nature, nothing like 10 pounds, anything like that. But crappie, they get up anywhere as 2 pounds. Shoot, I need something that's gonna be able to tackle that size fish. And feel good while I'm doing it. Have a good feel in my hand, and good functionality. So if you guys hold with me, I'll show you how to get these rods, man. Just hang tight for a second. Yeah, if you would, go to this website right here. It's called Cabela's.com. I think this place was bought out by a Bass Pro Shop, but it's still around, as a as a name brand. But go to this website, Cabela's.com, right? And type in whooping stick. And it's got a funny spelling to it. It's actually spelled WHUPPIN and not the double O's. Okay, if you see this rod on the picture here, that's what I'm talking about. Click on the rod. And that price that you saw is the actual price, man. That's one of the reasons why I chose this rod. I got guys in the club, man, that spend hundreds of dollars on rods. You know what I'm saying? But they got their own particular reason why they decided to use those rods. And I can't lie with them. You gonna hear later from Crappie Wizard what rod he used, Big Mitch, Crappie Hawk, Tay. I mean, every last one of us use different rods for whatever particular reason we use them. But I use my rod. I normally stick to about a 10 foot length pole to crappie fish. And I'm gonna be, the reason why I do that, because at this time of year, I fish with lights, nighttime crappie fishing, and I tight line. So if you know anything about tight lining nighttime crappie, you get the bigger fish when you fish just outside your beam of light that's hitting the water. And you have to be in my seat to see exactly how far that is. But I adjust my lights to where the beam is almost completely straight down in the water. So if I got a 4-foot radius on the beam that's hitting the water, that's drawing in the bait fish, I need to be just outside of that radius to target those big slab crappie. And that's the reason why I chose a 10-foot pole. My favorite pole by far is the ugly stick, but I chose this whooping stick because the price, man. If you look at right here, they sell these all day long, every day, no matter where you get them online, for $24.99. Now you tell me where you can buy a pole for $24, man, and it's anything but a piece of garbage. Well, this pole, man, I mean, you can get it from increments up to, I think the largest I actually saw this pole was 10 foot pole. But I think you can go down as far as light tackle 5 feet, 5 feet long, like I say, nothing spectacular about this pole, but the one selling point that I actually decided to use, that drove me to buy this pole, I was a fan of the ugly stick. And the reason why most people buy ugly sticks, they got an indestructible tip that's guaranteed for life. And if you're anything like me, I don't like wasting money. I don't like, spending my money on something and then a couple of months later I got to go back and buy the same thing. You like the product, but the product is cheap. Well, with an ugly stick, you don't have that problem. But the thing about an ugly stick is, one, they're very expensive, and two, you can't get the length that you want in a rod. Like, I want the 10-foot rod, and a lot of times you can't find the ugly stick in that length. So what I did was, months ago, I researched, I Google search rods that were like the ugly sticks. And, you had a lot of rods come up, solid fiberglass rods, something close to a fly rod or something like that. But they were totally too expensive. But then I came upon this rod, this whooping stick. And, man, when I tell you, I thought it was, a typo or whatever. So when I researched it and everything checked out, it was I found a 10-foot rod, a medium to light tackle, indestructible tip. I'm talking about, everything I wanted in a rod, man, I had it with this one. So before I purchased it, I went on YouTube and I checked some reviews on the rod, and I came across this video, and this was the video that actually sold me on the rod. If you guys hold for a second, I show it to you. Hold it for a second. Here it is right here. It's Cabela's whooping stick, and it's got this lady named Kathy Vokes, and this lady tested this rod out, man. Check this lady out. She hung it up in the tree. Look at that. She is giving this rod the business. Look at that.
Son of a bitch.
Give it up. Get it. I'm talking about, she working this thing out. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no crappie gonna hit your pole like that. You know what I'm saying? I wish one would hit me like that, just so I can show you how to pull them in there and throw them in the box. But this lady was giving it the business. Look at this. She broke the limb with this rod, and the tip still didn't break. So that's what I was actually looking for when I looked for a rod. I needed something with some functionality to it, something with some dependability, something that will perform well. And that rod is the rod that I chose. And if you watch my videos, you'll see I have no problem pulling in those hogs with this whooping stick. And the thing about it is, the great thing about it is, it transitions into different methods of fishing. What I mean by that, I crappie fish, but it ain't no problem to pull in a 10-pound catfish, 10-pound bass with the same rod. No problem. Only difference, you just change that line you got on, change that reel, you know what I'm saying? The pole gonna stand, and it feels great in your hand. Floats if it falls in the water. Y'all know I had a big problem with my rods falling in the water, but these rods, they float. So, I mean, my particular preference is whooping stick. So if you guys like this video, listen, man, subscribe. We'll leave the details down below. You know, check that notification box so you know when we drop new content. And just know this is gonna be a series of how-tos, and the whole game's gonna be involved. So you guys tune back in, man, when y'all see the notification of drop new videos and stuff, man. We got a lot of great stuff coming ahead, guys. So with that being said, them boys out.